Devil's Lettuce, Ganja, Mary Jane, MJ, Marijuana. As I mentioned in my last video, I am pretty fond of the Funky Skunky. I want to tell you guys a little story about the first time I ever got high. Now to begin this journey, I have to go take a fat rip and then we'll get started. Okie doke. So our story begins about 2 years ago. I'm 20 right now. So a little over 2 years ago, chilling with me and my friend, let's call him Carson. Me, Carson, and my girlfriend, and his girlfriend, let's call her Annabelle. We were all just hanging out at the apartment steps like we used to. Sitting at those stairs, and the way I can describe it is right by the public pool that was in this I wouldn't call them apartments, but they were like kind of like townhouses in a way. But we're sitting here on the steps. In front of me, there is a tennis court. To the right of me, there is this grass field, just this split, the space in between the condos, the house. And we're sitting there just chilling. And Carson, he has a wax pen. I had smoked a blunt with him and his girl a couple times before, but I had never really gotten baked. I had maybe gotten a little bit have a head change, I guess you could say, but I'd never really got fogged up on weed or really high. So he has this wax pen, and I'm like, fuck it, I guess I'll take a hit. So he offers it to me, and I'm like, sure, fucking, why the fuck not? So he hands me this wax pen, and I fucking smack that shit. Oh my fucking god, the cloud that came out and the coughing. I remember I'm sitting there, like, alright, well, I hold the button down and I inhale. Cool. I take my hit, and immediately, I'm holding my breath for a second or two. And I'm like, I got this. And it very quickly turned into, I don't fucking got this. And a fucking tsunami of smoke comes flying out of my goddamn mouth, followed by non-stop coughing. I take that hit, and it's downhill from there. And I'm coughing a fucking lung. I am coughing so goddamn hard. My throat fucking hurts so dry now. And I recover. I'm chilling. I drink some water. I smack the fuck out of that water, sip on that shit, and I'm sitting there. And I sat there for maybe, I think 10 minutes at that point. I felt nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Just a little bit of a headache because I was coughing so goddamn much. And I'm like, you know what? I don't feel that shit. So I make the cardinal, I break one of the cardinal rules, and that is, if you don't feel it yet, give it some time. And I fucked up. I didn't do that. So I asked to hit the fucking pen again. I take it, I smack it just as hard. Smack it as hard as I can. And I start fucking coughing a lung up. And I wait another, maybe 3 or 4 minutes after I recovered. I'm smacking on that water, recovering, expecting to feel something. I'm like, damn, I really don't feel anything yet. And I asked my homie Carson, I'm like, do you usually feel this shit by now? Like, would you have felt it? And he was like, yeah, for sure, I would have felt it in the first 5 minutes or so. I'm like, fuck. Let me hit that pen again, bro. And I take that pen and I rip it one last time. Not a super big rip. Just nice, simple one. Blow it out, didn't hurt as bad. But it tickled the fuck out my throat. So I am coughing and coughing and coughing so fucking much. And my throat is burning, it's getting dry, it's getting fucked up. So I get done coughing, I get done fucking dying there. And I just kind of lean back, you know, like when you put your arms behind you and you lean back, you're like, ah. So behind me, there were rocks. I was on the edge, you know that little lip on the stairs that goes down? I was on that lip. And behind me were a bunch of these like big rocks about this size, just, you know, filler. And I'm leaning back, I have my fucking hands on those rocks, it hurts, but so does my fucking lungs and my throat. I have my eyes closed, I'm sitting there. And I start talking, and when I start talking, to me, it sounds like my voice had gotten high pitched as like helium type shit. And I look over to my girl. I open my eyes and I look over to her. My eyes are still kind of squinted. And I'm like, oh man, my voice is so fucked up right now. It's so like high pitched because I've been coughing so much. And I open my eyes fully to look at her, to focus. And she's like, she hits me with the confused, like, looking up at Carson. Because she had never smoked. She doesn't really smoke. She's looking up to Carson. And I look up at him. And I look back at her. And I'm like, is my voice not like fucking some Mickey shit? And she's like, no. And I look up at Carson, and it's like all of a sudden I get hit with a wave of inebriation. It was, wow. I started getting tunnel vision, like I was like, not like I was about to pass out, but I mean, well, visually, yeah, it was like I was about to pass off, like I was about to green out. But I didn't feel like I was gonna pass out. You know, you get light in your head. I didn't feel that really. And it's like it goes dark, but only for maybe a few seconds. And afterwards, it just comes like blurred. All my peripheral is just fucked, and I can just see only focused in front of me. We make eye contact for two seconds, and I'm just like, I start dying laughing. I start fucking like, oh my fucking god. I had never felt anything like this before. This is insane. And you have to remember, it was a pen and 3 fat rips from this goddamn pen. Oh god. And I had never smoked, I had never had wax. I had smoked flower. I had smoked bud before out of a blunt. But I had never, like I said, I'd never really gotten high at this point. But I get dying laughing, and in the back of my mind, I'm starting to panic a little bit. Like, oh my god, what the fuck? Because my body doesn't know what the fuck's going on. I never experienced this before. And then I'm just like, no, it's fine. It's just like kind of there, but I'm feeling, I feel fine. Fuck. I wish I had video. I fucking wish. But we're all sitting there, we're chilling. And my girlfriend at this point, you know, like I said, I had never been high before. She had never seen me high. Carson and his girl, after a while of just us bullshitting and me being stoned as shit, they decide to walk down like 2 miles or some shit. Not 2 miles. It felt like 2 miles. But they walk all the way to this fucking Walmart. Because they were hungry. They want to get some snacks. They're faded too. They want to get something to fucking munch on. So they get up and they do. And I'm sitting there with my girl. And I remember at one point, I'm just looking around, just experiencing the feeling. And then I just got this strong feeling of like, I want to get up and do shit. I want to walk around. What is it like to walk around and see shit when you're high? So that's what I try. I stand up, and I swear to God, I forgot how to use my legs. I didn't know how to function to move my fucking legs a single inch. And I stand up, all is fine, and then it's just like, how the fuck do I move? And I decide to walk around a bit. I finally figure out how to move my legs. It's like I'm a fucking robot. My knees are broken or some shit. Can't fucking... I know eventually Carson and his girl get back. They got some snacks and shit with them. They're smacking on that. And the rest of the day is just kind of a blur, to be honest. At some point, it's getting a bit late, and I'm like, alright, I should probably go home and sleep or fucking something. So I hand my girl my phone, and I'm like, order me an Uber. So we're sitting there bullshitting some more, get the notification that the Uber is 3 minutes away. So I stand up. I know how to use my legs at this point. I had regained the fucking cosmic knowledge. The Uber was already there. He had already been waiting for like 2 minutes. It was a silver, I don't remember the make, but it was a silver like SUV. And Carson, he goes up to the driver and he just kind of gets in the window like, all right, you know what this is? And he shows him the pen. And he's like, yeah, he hit this a lot. And he's pretty fucked up right now. So I just want to make sure my boy gets home safe. What a fucking real one, by the way. The driver was an Asian dude. He didn't speak that much English. But I'm pretty sure he spoke enough to understand what was going on and that I was fucking faded in the back of the Uber. While he's explaining that, I'm up at the door handle and I'm just fucking swiping at it like a goddamn coked out zombie, like. Huh! I swing that bitch open and I fucking slam myself in that guy's car. And as soon as I sat down in those fucking comfy ass upholstery chair, whatever the fuck it was, I sit there and it's like the fucking Oblivion poison apple. My ass was just like, ugh, ragdoll. Eventually, I wake up. And because we had just gotten to the complex, I look out to my right, I see the mailbox, and from there I'm just like, alright, so my house is that way. So I get out, it's like I'm just like, slam the door, walk to the house. I'm out of it. I grab my keys, I'm fucking get into the door. I'm not super baked at this point, but I'm still kind of high. But the thing about the house that I was in at the time, it had an alarm system. So I open the door, and it goes beep, beep, because it's like that 30-second countdown or whatever until the actual alarm starts ringing off and it contacts like the service provider. So I'm like, all right, no big deal. I'm gonna walk over to it, put in the code, be cool, and go on with my day. So I get up to the alarm. I'm sitting there. Oh, I got the fucking password wrong. Alright, the fucking battery just committed fucking seppuku. Fuck. Alright, we good? As I was fucking saying. So I'm putting this fucking code in. Oh, fuck. And I started to freak the fuck out. And I'm frantically putting the code again, wrong again. So if I put it in wrong one more time, it's just gonna automatically set that shit off. And at this point, there was only like 5 seconds left. So I am stressing. I put this code in again. I'm like, oh fuck. Deet deet. Alarm turns off. Thank all that is holy. Because I was not trying to talk to the goddamn security system while baked. And then having to deal with cops while baked. It would not have been a fun time. At this point, I'm just over it. I'm just done with the day. I'm so exhausted. I go to the kitchen. I grab out a loaf of bread, a whole ass loaf of bread, unopened. Some normal ass bread you buy from the store. And I shit you not, I just took out slices of bread, smacked peanut butter on there, and I ate one. But I didn't eat just one, or two, or three. I ate half the fucking loaf of bread, and basically half a jar of peanut butter like this big. So, after that, put the bread away, put the peanut butter away, go to my room, and fucking slump to bed. Because goddamn, I was out of it. Holy fuck. It may not have been the craziest of stories for Prequel's first weed experience, but shit, I thought it was pretty fucking fun. Anywho, that was the story, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me here. Shit was fucking fun. I'm so glad that I got into the world of marijuana. I believe there's a lot of health benefits. There's so many benefits in so many different ways. That's a whole different topic. Anywho, I'm gonna have a few more stories coming up. If this is something you guys would be interested in, let me fucking know. Because I can do anything, and I will do anything because I'm poor. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'm glad you guys could, I could share this story with you. First time I got high. Kind of share this passion of mine, being cannabis and the cannabis industry as a whole, really. I'd like to go delve a bit deeper into that with these videos, if possible. And I do want to upload some more stories. I do got a few stories that I'd like to share. Some funny shit that happens to me. Anywho, y'all have a good day. Later.